A covert narcissist maintains a facade of kindness and vulnerability for their audience, and oftentimes it's only their romantic partner that will experience their anger, their aggression, their animosity. The covert narcissist, like all narcissists, typically starts the relationship with intense love bombing. But as they get increasingly disappointed and frustrated with their partner's inability to meet their unrealistic expectations, they start acting out, usually starting with little jabs that get progressively hurtful, eventually turning into more cruel and frequent displays of anger and aggression. And they paint themselves as the victim and their partner as the abuser or as the enemy. I'm Lise Leblanc, therapist, author, and life coach, and today I'm talking about 10 ways that covert narcissists display their anger, their aggression, their animosity towards you, their partner. Most of these things are done so covertly that even if there was a witness around, it would likely seem like an innocent mistake, an accident, something that's not that big of a deal. To an outsider who has not experienced the constant emotional manipulation, it may seem like you're overly sensitive, and it can be hard for them to really get what you're going through. So here are 10 covert ways that the covert narcissist will display their aggression. Number one is deliberately inducing frustration in their partner. So for example, let's say you enjoy quiet, private getaways. You're an introvert. Instead, your partner insists on taking you to loud, crowded, public events, knowing that you don't enjoy this. So it's all these little ways of frustrating you. Number two is unintentionally injuring you physically. So this can include things like accidentally letting the door slam on your fingers or knocking something over knowing that it will likely hit you. So basically doing things on purpose to accidentally cause you minor injuries. Number three is forgetting birthdays and anniversaries. After the first year or so, you may find that a narcissistic partner will not give you any gifts, cards, or anything on special occasions. They probably won't even acknowledge that it's a special occasion, even if they know that it hurts you. Or if they do, they may sabotage any plans that you have to celebrate as a way to ruin your fun. Number four is publicly humiliating you. And this can include things like flirting with someone else in front of you. It could be failing to introduce you to a colleague or a friend at an event, leaving you standing there feeling embarrassed. It could be purposely excluding you at a social gathering, making you feel isolated and humiliated. It could also be downplaying or dismissing your accomplishments, or maybe belittling you in front of friends or family. So it can take many different forms. Number five is sharing your personal information, even when you specifically ask them not to, making you feel embarrassed or shameful. They may take pleasure in doing exactly the opposite of what you requested of them. Number six is triangulation, which refers to a manipulation tactic where a narcissistic person involves a third party to intervene or to become part of a conflict to serve their own needs and agenda. An example of this could be that the narcissist shares negative information about you to another person in an effort to create a divide between you two. It could also be constantly comparing you to someone else to create competition and jealousy. Number seven is sexual rejection. And this can happen in a variety of ways. So for example, showing a complete lack of interest in your pleasure and satisfaction. The narcissist may also consistently dismiss your sexual desires, making you feel ashamed or embarrassed for expressing your needs. They will often use sex as a form of punishment or as a way to control you. They may also engage in affairs or secretive sexual activities as a punishment or as a way to emotionally distance themselves from you. There are so many ways that narcissists might use sex to reject or hurt or punish their partner, to dominate, manipulate, control, and to express that anger and that aggression. Number 8 is financial abuse, and this is another way that they punish their partner and express their frustrations. If a narcissist has little money, they will seek to have you pay for things, give them money, and they feel completely justified and have their reasons why you owe them and deserve to be played and taken advantage of financially. On the other hand, if the narcissist is wealthy, they will be very, very generous in the beginning. They will pay for everything, convince you that you don't need to work. They'll take care of all of your needs. All you need to do is relax and buy into their fantasy fairy tale. But soon they will be demanding that you comply, submit, and serve them in order to get the things that they promised. They will start pulling away financially and making it your fault. So they're using money to punish you and to show that they are frustrated and unhappy with you. Number 9 is withholding affection. The narcissist may intentionally avoid physical intimacy, such as hugging, kissing, cuddling, leaving you feeling unloved and undesired. And they will withhold affection anytime that they feel any sense of disappointment or discomfort, because they are seeing it as you being at fault for not meeting their needs. Number 10 is engaging in smear campaigns to assassinate your character, tarnish your reputation, and plant seeds of doubt in the minds of people around you. Their aim is to make themselves look good, make themselves look like the victim, and make you look bad, and make you look like the aggressor or the abuser. Of course, the covert narcissists' displays of aggression and anger can become more overt over time as their resentment builds and as they see you more and more as the enemy. And these things can include gaslighting, stonewalling, long silent treatments, rage episodes, shaming, and engaging in all forms of verbal, psychological, physical, sexual, financial abuse, and it can become more and more frequent and severe as time goes on. I often get asked if the person with NPD is doing these things intentionally, and the answer is yes and no. The narcissist often knows what they're doing, so it's intentional in that sense, but it's not necessarily calculated. Unlike the sociopath or psychopath, the covert narcissist truly believes that they are the victim, and they feel justified defending and protecting themselves against you, who is now their perceived enemy. It's very twisted, but basically they're getting you before you get them. If you found this video informative, please comment, subscribe, and to learn more about narcissistic abuse and how to protect yourself, please click on the link above.